is not key to show. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the webinar. Although some of you all joint students see me every day, but this webinar is just for vocabulary. It's very tough to discuss vocabulary in the class always, as we are more intelligent, group discussions and thought process and confidence building. So this class is only and only for some vocabulary, and I would say wise vocabulary. That is the title of the webinar. Let's be in the pool of sensible words, right? And when I say that, let's be in the pool of sensible words, by or having said that, I mean how appropriate we are while using our words during conversation and maybe writing. When we go for essay writing, we really feel we are using appropriate words, or our friendliness to some common words, like whenever there is a problem, we say like it's a problem. Whenever we say that, make it small, so small is our favorite word. I'm telling you what are we supposed to do, and for that we need to understand what are we going to do in this webinar. And first, we are going to change our basic and less relevant word. Yes, we're going to change them into more sensible words. Then we will work upon nouns also. Our favorite noun is people, but every time it is not people. This is what we need to understand. Those who are not joint students, a folder, a PDF is given in description, and I will refer to that only. One by one, we are going to discuss that. Just have a look. And joint students, you must have received the PDF from ma'am. It is an English vocabulary group. Let me reconfirm whether it's here. Let's go for English vocabulary. Right. Give me a second. Let me reconfirm that. So it is in description. Everybody can check line by line. But otherwise, I'm speaking for you. Yes, I think that will be very clear. Now let's start with verbs. And if you have a piece of paper and pen with you, you are an ardent learner who is willing to learn, and it sets the attitude, for all students. Okay, so let's refer to the PDF. The very first thing, vocabulary as a powerhouse. Vocabulary as a powerhouse. So why I have titled it like that, and we are going to discuss formal and informal vocabulary in your day-to-day life, while writing, when you're writing on any essay for school children, for college goers, for IELTS learners, for email writers, for everybody. Okay, your linguistic skills are checked. So first is that it fulfill the need. I'm not talking about grammar, but when I say it fulfills the need, present, past, it fulfilled the need. Fulfill appears to be the right word. Now the question arises, is this the right word? Or we can use something else. So when I say it fulfills the need, can I just replace the word and I can say it caters the need? It caters the need. If, okay, so if parents spend time with their children, if parents spend time with their children and give them appropriate lessons of life, it caters the need. It caters the need of upbringing. It caters the need of upbringing. You see, there is hardly any difference between fulfill and cater. But if I compare the two, contextual meaning, if I compare, I find cater is more appropriate. CATER. You can just write down one side informal verbs, the other side formal words. And those who are referring to the PDF, I think that everything is duly mentioned there. Right. Now let's go for the next statement. We have that. This has given a debate. This has given a debate. Give is our favorite word. It gives peace. It gives life. It gives this. It gives that. We always use give. And you know what? For a minute, if I tell you quickly in a minute, in a second, replace the word give, we won't be able to. Why? Because this word is deeply penetrated. So into a thought process. In that case, we really need to understand that every time it is not give. Every time it is not give. So how we say that? It has evoked a debate. EVOKE. EVOKE. It has evoked a debate. When I say it has evoked a debate, which means that it has given a rise to a debate. It's not it gives debate. Give debate doesn't make sense. It has, right? It has evoked a debate. That actually sounds more sensible. Whenever I want to say it has given a rise to something, it has given a rise to something, I may use the word evoke, not give. All right. Now let's go ahead with the next informal and replacing with formal word. You see, if you have noticed, I am just talking about verbs. I'm just talking about verbs. Third one, I miss the opportunity. It's not bad. Absolutely, it's very relevant. If I say you and I, when we talk, we can use that. But when it comes to writing, or maybe we are talking about India has missed the opportunity, right? Yes, and for this and that and something like that. So if you say I failed to capitalize, I failed to capitalize the opportunity. Capitalize means to make something bigger. So when you fail to capitalize the opportunity, that goes very formal. That goes very formal. India has failed to capitalize the opportunity of making education advanced. Of making education advanced. We have missed the opportunity. By now, I think that we should have had the world class infrastructure for education, unfortunately, which we don't have. So we can use this fail to capitalize the opportunity. It's very formal. Some students really feel like, ma'am, is it very pivotal to use these words? Like, we can stick to a simple conversation. See, choice is yours. I'm not teaching you hard words. Just keep in mind, no hard words, no very heavy words. We are not talking about that. But formal writing is formal writing. When you're writing to your senior, when you are expressing, and you know what, many exams, GRE, GMAT, PT, IELTS, CELPIP, whatnot, Duolingo, any test, you just name it. Yes, and email writing, any test you name it, without having good command over advanced English skills, and which are like, what are advanced English skills? Using formal vocabulary. You can't clear it. And it sounds good when you use formal words, not tough words, but formal words. Okay, let's go ahead. The next one, parents take care. Take care is a favorite word? Yes, no. We always use it. For a second, if we really feel that instead of take care, what can we use? Parents take care of the children. So parents don't take care of their children. They are not. They are not maids. They are not. House help for their children. I would say parents nurture their children. What is the right word? Parents nurture their children. We don't use parents take care of their children. It doesn't make sense. They take care of the children. Might means your friend can also take care of you. Yes, right. But when it comes to upbringing, when it comes to giving service, social service, the service of love to your children, then we don't use this word. And let's say you're writing any essay on parenting, or you're speaking and you're talking, joint students, when we have good discussions, you express, right? So in that case, please don't say that parents take care of the children. So parents nurture their children. Nurturing, I think I can make it ing also, right? Yes, nurturing is a very tough task. I think all mothers, those who are listening, they require a lot of patience. Anyways, let's go ahead. So the next is that the project. No, no, no. I did not like this behavior. Like and do not like. You see, the next common verb I'm talking about. Like and do not like. We use like also. We use do not like also. Right? Yes. So if something you did not like, it depends first. Sensible words, it depends what level of dislike you are talking about, what level of dislike, and then use the appropriate words. Sometimes we learn tough words as rote learning, but we don't know how to use these words, right? So for an example, that for rape cases, right? Yes, for criminal activities, and maybe for coal murders, and any kind of barbaric crime, and something which is not acceptable in society socially. In that case, I will not say that I don't like. I don't like when rapists are not punished. I think I'm not using the appropriate word. I don't like when rapists are not, punished. I think that's wrong. I have to say that I disdain the fact. I disdain the fact. DISDAIN. I disdain the fact when rapists are not punished, because disdain means you don't want to even see. That is disdain. DISDAIN. You see, I just talked about the degree of hatred. Okay. But in case you are talking about tea or coffee, you don't like tea, you don't like coffee, something like that. So then you can't say, I disdain coffee, I disdain tea. That would be wrong, vocabulary word. In that case, I don't prefer a big no to it. And then I think that even a sight of coffee puts me off. A sight of coffee, right? A sight of coffee. You can't even see the sight of coffee puts you off, put me off. The word I have used here is put me off. Something which disappoints you. Disappointed again is a wonderful word, right? Yes, disappoints me. Your performance, I did not like your performance. Your performance disappointed me. Maybe we are writing an email or some writing skills. You get last night. Your performance disappointed me. Your behavior, your misconduct disappointed me. But don't say, I did not like. Try to change. If you try to change, I'm sure you will change. But just a humble request to all joint students, whenever you are given the writing test, I want to check your writing skills. I don't want to just see writing on a piece of paper. I really feel like that sometimes rules are not being implemented, and then no change, no upgradation happens in writing. Okay, so now let's say that we are talking about something that experiment. What we are talking about, experiment, right? So, for an example, that the project was tried. Try is not a bad word, but everything cannot be tried. Everything cannot be tried. For an example, that the project was experimented. Experimented. So, I think that I'm experimenting my thoughts. When you are trying to resolve it, you are experimenting your thoughts. You are not trying your thoughts. Anything experimental stage. Let's say that technology and AI, both in India, are at experimental stage. For that reason, both could be very devastating. So experimental is a right word, and as a verb, experiment. You are experimenting. I'm experimenting it, not I'm trying it. Every time it is not try. All right. Next is it tells the fact. Tell is a favorite word. Tell is our favorite word, right? Yes. So whenever we say that it tells, we need to see what tell we want to talk about. Let me tell you the secret. Let me tell you the secret. Now, what are you talking about? You're talking about secret. In that case, you can't say, let me tell you the secret. You need to say, let me reveal you the secret. Reveal is the word. People don't tell their real identity. Write on the word piece, R-E, reveal, V-E-A-L, reveal. People don't tell their real identities. Can I say people don't reveal their identities, their real identities? I think tell is not the right word. Yes, right. If you want to say, let me tell you something new, right? Okay, so how would you say that? Let me inform you, let me upgrade you. Yes, right. So again, it's not tell, and the other could be propel. Propel. The other words could be like, if I talk about an immediate other word, I would say that propel. It propels the fact. It propels. Propel. Propels. It propels the information. It propels the information that maybe that recent modern education propels the information, that propels the fact. You can use this phrase also, propels the fact. Propel is a very good word. So it has propelled me to think. The meaning of propel is force also. It has propelled me to think, if old age is fruitful or not. Yes, right. So something like that. It has forced me, it has propelled me. It could be the replacement of tell also. Okay, many or maybe a bigger section of population propels the fact. Simple. A bigger, right, section of population propels the fact, which means that informs or tells. Okay. Instead of think, I think many a time in class I've already discussed that, but if I just retell you, so it is presumed, it is thought. Whenever you want to say it is thought or it is believed, you can just replace the word it is presumed. It is presumed by many educators. It is presumed by many parents. It is presumed by uh, gym enthusiasts, right? Yes. It is presumed by students. So it is thought by. So whenever you want to replace the word thing, you can use presume. Just give me a minute. I really feel bad when students don't join webinar. I'm talking about all joint students. And then when any class is missed, then they say that ma'am, class was not held. So I think that we have our own pattern of giving or providing classes. Each class is very important. The students we have at campus are almost 40, and students who have joined are 15 to 16. So that really shows their dedication. So let's go ahead. I am very good at sarcasm as a teacher. I really feel like that I work as a news, as a thought, provoking ideas. I need to tell students that where they are going wrong, and if vocabulary is not good next time when they submit, IELTS students, particularly those who are not very good, IELTS students, PT students, when they submit their writing and they ask me, ma'am, what else has to be added? I really feel like that. Where were you when I took seminar or webinar? Right? Yes, both. They miss both, in fact. So please don't be. Ma'am has just texted in all the groups. Be a part of webinar. Let's go ahead with the next collocation we have. Development start. I don't like this word start. It's not wrong, but I think, let's say you and I are having conversation and I say that for example, development in India started. Development in India started. Start is not a bad word, particularly when you have to show your writing skills. Then start is not the right word. You can say embark, 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 or you can say commence. Commence is a very formal word. COMMENCE. The development in India was commenced, not was started. Right. I would like to commence by saying it. I would like to commence by saying it. So you see, commence. Commence means to begin. Yes. And the other is embark. It embarks a debate, means it starts a debate. Yes. And I would say that embarkment, we have that. But then again, if I talk about just the verb, then I'll say that embark, the I would like to embark by saying it. Simple. I would like to start by saying it. But let me tell you that, let's say if I come in the class and I want to say let's start the class, then I can't say that let's embark the class. You can't use this word there. In that case, you will say let's begin. Let's begin. I was telling you, first we should know the word. Second, we should know how to use word appropriately. Okay, let's go ahead. Informal. The next one. We use a lot of products. Use. Earlier I was talking about start. Now I'm talking about the verb use. Now, whenever you talk about buyers, production, I think in the last class I was discussing about production only. And when you talk about production, who are you? You are consumers. You are buyers and you are consumers. So I think after that I'll talk about nouns. But in this particular example, I want to say that whenever you say we use products, we consume products. Let's say you're writing a line and very quickly, because use is an easy word, and we feel like it's fine, like what difference does it make? No, but it does make a lot of difference, right? And your writing should carry weight. You should take care of that, right? Yes. So let's say we consumed a lot of products. We consumed a lot of products. And for energy also, you can use like this last project of mine consumed a lot of energy. Consumed, not use. Yes, right. Okay. Consume time. Sometime, we can replace this consume time, right? Yes. I'm sure I will not consume a lot of time of yours, right? Yes. So something like that. So don't use this. Be not a frequent user of use. Not a frequent user of use, you can say consume. And as a noun, you can say consumer, right? Okay. And I always say vocabulary is something which requires more verbal practice. Let's say you are noting down, you're making a good note of all words given, and you try making some sentences. This would really edify the level of your writing and speaking. However, until you make it a verbal practice, you are using it every day. Maybe in last class you use this word, something like that, thought, and maybe in the next class you come prepared and you say, no, 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 I need to change it. I need to say it is presumed, it is understood, it is presumed. Then your mouth should have this practice. And speaking is all style and confidence. I always say you need to give an alarm to your mind that I'm supposed to use this word. No? Okay, let's go ahead. Bad advertisements impact society. I have already talked about, so I'm not repeating what would be the replacement of bad here. This I'm not telling you, but here I'm talking about just the verb from informal to formal. If you begin to write like that or speak like that, that bad advertisements impact society. Impact is not an informal word, but you see the structure. Now I'm going to speak a formal line, which is advertisements provoke society. See, relevant vocabulary. Impact is not a bad word, but when you are saying that profane advertisements, not bad advertisement, profane means immoral advertisements, right? The moral standard of these advertisements is quite low. So you say that profane advertisements provoke society. Provoke society. Provoke is the right word. And I can say, I don't want to provoke the debate here. I don't want to provoke the argument. Let's say you are fighting with your neighbors, right? Yes, yesterday I was doing. So car parking has become a very common issue. And maybe when you talk and you say, sir, I don't want to provoke any kind of argument. Please let this matter go. So we can talk like that. So provoke is whenever you don't want to. And see, provoke is a very negative word. But if I give you the opposite word would be ignite. Ignite. Provoke is for negative, but if you have to talk about something positive, ignite. Good thoughts are ignited. Good thoughts are ignited in good company. Good thoughts are felt in good company. It's absolutely wrong line. I think that I think the listener did not really feel what you wanted to say. But if you like, if you write like that, good thoughts are ignited in good company. And I truly adhere to the fact completely. No, right? Okay, let's go ahead. The next is the beauty of nature keeps me quiet. Keeps me quiet. Not wrong. Keeps me. And just a reminder, if your subject is singular, please do apply S or yes after the verb. So the beauty of nature keeps me quiet, not a bad line. But if I want to go formal with it, how would I write that the beauty of nature silences me? The beauty of nature silences me, not calms me down. It has to be silences me. Okay. Now let's go for the next one. You must take care of time. You must take care of time. Whenever it is time, it's not take care of time, it is value time. And sometimes PT students also have filling the blanks, and two close options are given and they always get confused. Ma'am, take care of time or value time? For sure, when it comes to time, it's always value time. We need to value time. We need to value parents. I want to say we need to value parents because obviously they are priceless. They have given so much to us. But how about I just say, like, we should take care of parents. Take care of our parents means physically when they are ill. We need to we need to be with them. No, that doesn't cater the right feel of mine. So in that case, I'll be using that we must value time. We must value intelligent people in life. We must value our parents, I think, and we must value what? You can just make a line quickly and think, yes. Okay, next is over the years. Over the years, the use of technology has increased. My favorite listeners must have got to know what ma'am is talking about by now. That ma'am doesn't like this word increase. Increase. I don't like this word increase. So over the years, the use of technology has increased. Anytime you want to use increase, please accelerate The use of technology has accelerated. If it goes like that, has accelerated or has become optimistic. You have second option also, optimistic. Note down this word, optimistic. Right. And by leaps and bounds, by leaps and bounds, it's a beautiful phrase, though it is not a replacement of verb, but just the thought of letting you know. Leaps and bounds, leaps, leaps and bounds, bounds. By leaps and bounds means that a lot, but it is only and only for a positive sentence. You can't say that crime has increased or accelerated by leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds, this phrase is used for positive development. All right. So next in my list is, I told the story in an easy manner. I'm repeating. I told the story in an easy manner. That is how we write. Yes. And when I encircle some words and I say, please go formal, please use appropriate words. So you should know, having said that, what I mean. So I told the story in an easy manner and delivered it in 5 minutes. You told the story. You want to say that you quickly told the story, right? So what is the right word? You simplified. How you should say, I simplified the story. I simplified the story. And sometimes you might not have noticed. Let me tell you, proofreading is a good way. When you write the paragraph, when you go back, please check. When I check, some students write like that. I told the story in an easy manner and told it in 5 minutes, and told it in 5 minutes. You have used told twice, and both told are wrong. Right? So you actually want to say that I simplified the story and delivered it. I simplified the story and delivered it. Stories are generally, information is generally delivered, news is generally delivered, stories are generally delivered, speech. Last night I delivered the speech. One of so and so politician, right? So and so politician delivered the speech, not told the speech. Told the speech is a wrong phrase. Okay. Now let's go ahead with the next example. I think by now you have understood that what I was talking. Every time it is not pivotal to use the word tell and told, we can change it. Okay. Informal, the next example. The criminal, let's say you're talking about criminals. The criminal was set free from the crime. The criminal was set free. The third form of set is set only. Set free from the crime is not a wrong verb. But if I have to go for the right verb, acquitted. Acquitted. When a criminal who is not guilty at all, right? Yes. And then how we say that, right? Acquitted. Acquitted the charges. Generally, we say that. So a line here, the criminal was acquitted of the crime. The criminal was acquitted of the crime. Set free is very common. Acquitted is a right formal word. Am I clear? ACQUITTED. Acquitted of the crime. See, let's talk about preposition also. I'm bent on correcting preposition. So when you use acquit, right, the preposition right after that is always of. You can't say from. Acquitted from the crime. That's a wrong line. Acquitted of the crime. So you need to be very careful while using prepositions. Okay. Next, informal. It made me weak. We use made and then we use weak. Can't we use verb directly to just strengthen our line? So it weakened me. I will not say it made me weak. I'll say it weakened me. Sometimes your family relationships weaken you. Weaken, weak is an adjective. Weaken is a verb. You can straight away use verb. Family members weaken you. Since I'm talking about verbs, so I'm not saying, please don't use made me weak. You can straight away say weaken me. Right. I had fever last week. It weakened me. It weakened me. Second form, past tense you're talking about. Right. Next is, I had courage and I did it. You had courage means you had it. Right. And you did it. But if I want to say that I generated courage, earlier I was nervous, but I generated courage. If I want to replace generate, then what would I use? I mustered courage. What is the right word? Muster. 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 I mustered courage and banged it, or maybe proved it, not did it, right? Yes. So I would say muster courage is a very good word, and I really wish parents should attend such webinars so that they can guide their children, because like throughout our school age we are never taught these words. We are never fond of these words. We don't use, and later we encounter problems, no. So okay. Oh yes, I really read the quotation, and I really liked it, that books are always sold cheaper than the movie tickets. So we are living in the world that where entertainment is valued more than education, and that is how I always say that people hardly give value to education, and when they don't give value to education, they regret later. So just a piece of advice, right? Next time, please try to add more people. That's my vision for life, that to educate as many people as I can. So let's go with next informal statement. I had courage. This I've talked about. I muster courage. You can frame a line quickly in your mind, right? I muster courage. People muster courage, right? Yes. In India, no one musters courage. Yes, right. Or to do something bigger, one should muster courage. Not one should have courage all the time. Yes, right. Let's go ahead with the next statement. We have the balance should not go beyond. Go beyond, or should not be more than. Should not be more than. That is how we say, right? Can I give you one word? Exceed. Exceed is the right formal word. The balance should not exceed. The balance should not exceed. Yes, you shouldn't exceed limit. You shouldn't exceed this. Whenever you want to say go beyond, do more, always use exceed. When anger exceeds, it ruins everything. And yes, it does. Right? So we can use it. Never say don't do more anger. Don't do more anger. It's a wrong line. Don't do more anger. Always say don't exceed. Don't exceed your anger. Don't exceed. Exceed is the right word. So in this round, we talked about verbs, how to replace verbs. I'm sure you will use them. And next time when you are given any writing task, try to show your talent. Just give me a second, please. Let me resume. Now, in the next section here, we are going to talk about formal English, but with more appropriate examples. Let's say, but I'm talking about nouns here. In this round, I'm talking about nouns here. So, whenever we have our conversation, what we do, we are fond of using the word people. Always, whenever we are writing an essay, we are speaking, any kind of speech we deliver. So it's not always people. It's not always. You need to have a very close check uh, when you finish your one paragraph, any piece of information, and do check, is using people appropriate for every kind of noun? At times it is not. Quick examples could be people who watch TV. They are viewers. They are not people. Earlier I was talking about people who go and buy products. They are buyers. They are also not people. So if I want to frame a line like that, that a lot of people buy things every week, every month. Can I say that buyers are keen on? Buyers are keen on. It's not people. Yes, right. Viewers, right? This web series has gained ground among viewers or in viewers. Both are right, but not in people, among something, something. It has to be viewers. Yes, entertainers, trendsetters. Let's say your celebrities. Who are they? People, those who create trend. People, those who create trend. Can you say that trendsetters? Don't use people. Trendsetters are to blame, to provoke society, yes, by doing endorsement of smoking. I really feel that I gave my viewpoint, but you say that you don't use the word people. Yes, right. Now let's go for the next replacement of people. Right now, I really feel like, you feel this. I say people, those who are intelligent, they measure their words, they gauge their performance every day. Gauges, they check. They gauge their performance every day and try to edify the level. And now I am people those who. Every time we talk like that, people those who. Can I replace the noun and can I say something like that? The experienced class, the achievers, the experienced class, the achievers. I think, see, such a beautiful noun. The achievers gauge their knowledge. The achievers gauge their performance every day. Gauge, gauge. We pronounce it as gauge. They gauge. So the experienced class, not people. Every time it is not people. Or I can say achievers. Achievers. See, every people has a replacement. Every people has a replacement, provided that we should be good at using some words. And for writing, like for sure you need to. Next is people those who break laws. When they break laws, they are lawbreakers. They are lawbreakers, or another phrase I can give you would be wrongdoers. They are wrongdoers. Wrongdoer, DOERS. Wrongdoers must be punished. Wrongdoers must be fined. Wrongdoers must be fined. I cannot say people should be fined. Who people? I think first, it doesn't cater the right meaning. Second, this falls under very, like what is that, beginning of your English communication, not the advancement of your English communication, right? So you fall under the category of a beginner. Do take care of that. Yes, right. People while crossing roads, people those who cross roads, right, either they are walkers or maybe they're pedestrians. Pedestrians is a right noun. Pedestrians need to abide by the rules. Pedestrians need to abide by the rules. When I am reminding you of all the words, I'm pretty sure you must be thinking, man, I know some words, why I don't use. It's a very common question asked to me, every time in the class. I would like to simplify my answer by saying it's the practice and willingness of using words. Some students have no willingness of using words, and they don't even reconsider yesterday what they spoke, today how they can rectify. I still remember when I wanted to be a spectacular communicator, my only passion was to gauge my performance every day. Let's say I delivered my speech. The next day, I was so cautious while speaking that the words I used, I just recalled all the words I used and I thought, was there any room for improvement? Was there any room for using better words, improved vocabulary? And that is how change comes. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, I have given it a title, miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. So let's talk about more nouns. Miscellaneous means you're talking about movie. Let's say you're writing any article on movies and something like that. How would you say that? You'll say movie enthusiast. Movie enthusiast. A one who loves watching movie is a movie enthusiast. I'm a big time movie enthusiast, right? I'm a big time art enthusiast. I'm writing something on museum and art. I will not say that people, those who like. I will straight away say that art enthusiasts cannot be pacified with money. They're always pacified, and they're always pleased. They're always pleased by art itself. By art itself. So they're not people. They're not people. Art enthusiasts, lovers. You can say that, right? Okay. Next, when you go and watch, watch a match, then you are the spectators, right? If any accident happens, something like that, and there are people, those who are watching it, you don't say like that. People were watching. There were people. How would you say? You can use two nouns. One is onlookers. Onlookers. A lot of onlookers stopped there and viewed the entire scene. Viewed the entire scene, isn't it? So they are onlookers, or you can say the spectators. If there is any entertaining show going on, how would you say that? Oh, that show particularly caught the attention of the spectators. Caught the attention of the spectators, not of people. So every time it is not people. Okay. Now, when you're talking about simple, when you're talking about children, when you're talking about No, old age people. How do you say that? The vulnerable class. The vulnerable class. The vulnerable class. The vulnerable class needs this, needs that. So I really like this phrase, the vulnerable class. Right. So let me give you a quick example. If you're talking about old people, you're talking about your parents. So vulnerable is vulnerable, vulnerable. And let's discuss a sentence here. The vulnerable class needs more guidance and attention in life. The vulnerable class, I will not say old people need. Old people I may not use. I will straight away use the phrase the vulnerable class. Same is the case with children. Whenever you talk about children, please do say the vulnerable class. Children are vulnerable. The vulnerable class. Vulnerable class means either the old people or children. I don't want to use rich people. I don't want to use this rich people. I will just say the rich. The rich want this, the poor want this. The rich need this, the poor need this. But don't please, you need to write one whole paragraph. And after, once you're done with your paragraph, do a proofreading and check only one thing. Yeah, how many times I have used the word people? This will really, this will allow you to gauge your own performance. And then you say, yeah, in second and third line, every second and third line, I'm using people. I think this you will realize that no, it's not people every time. And suiting the topic, which topic are you talking about? Yes, right. The shy, the brave, let's say that, right? We are talking about people, those who are brave. So one way of framing a line would be the, brave people or people, those who are brave, they do not get afraid of doing anything. One way of saying this, it could be this, right? The other way of saying could be that the brave do not hesitate. The other way, the brave do not hesitate to say that. So you see, the brave means I'm talking about all the brave people. So every time I don't have to frame my line like this, that the people, those who are brave, they should do this. Why I need to just go for this unwanted interpretation, right? Can I say something like that? The brave should do this. The brave can do this. The brave do this. Present simple tense, right? Okay. Now let's talk about some useful words. Okay, right. Give me a minute. And you know what? My existing students, I always say that every week when we conduct a test, you really need to know. See, you are doing writing, you're speaking, you're participating, you have become a part of group discussion, you are showing your expertise. Yes, a wonderful gesture. Don't you think so? At the same time, every week you should give vocabulary tests just to see where have you reached. Yes, right. Useful vocabulary. And please, would you please tell me in the comment that after this, right? And who is your favorite speaker, and what do you like in that speaker? I would really love to listen to it, and this will really give me an idea that how your favorite speaker talks like, and what we can add more to your service. Right. Okay, let's go ahead. And please do post a comment here. That will boost our morale for the next webinar for sure. Okay, and let's come back to this heading. If you see in description, useful vocabulary. Useful vocabulary. Let's talk about some words we use in our day-to-day life, right? The first is portable. Portable. So when you say portable means that anything which is handy, you can take from one place to another place, right? How do you say that, this charger is very portable? Or you can say that the reading book is very portable, right? Yes, anything which is very portable. So you can take from one place to another place, right? I'm telling you, right? It is not very far when houses will be portable. Yes, right. Looking at the population, there's looking at the demographics. Right. Let's go ahead. The second is gregarious in my list. Gregarious. 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 Gregarious is a person who likes to meet people. And next time, please don't say that I am the one who likes to meet people. You can straight away say I'm very gregarious. I'm very gregarious. Interview In interviews also, you're asked to explain, tell me something about yourself, the most cliche question every time. And I think that you can add this word, I'm very gregarious and I love to be gregarious. I'm fond of being gregarious society. It could be anyway, right? Yes, sorry, it could be in any way. Third is gullible. When I say gullible, gullible is G-U-double-L, gullible, right? Extra stress on L, right? Gullible. So when you say gullible, gullible is a person who can easily be influenced. Who can easily be influenced. One quick example I can give you is that children are very gullible. Children are very gullible, right? And I think Indian voters are also very gullible, right? Yes. So when voting promotions take place and when lofty claims are made, I would say false and lofty claims are made by politicians, our gullible voters get convinced, right? So gullible. Next is downsize. It's a verb. Downsize. Please note down and write down. It's a verb. You should know gullible. Gullible is adjective. It's a quality. Every time, you know what is the art of vocabulary? Every time you come across a new word, please do take care of what the word is. The word is a verb, the word is a noun, the word is an adjective. You should, finally you need to use this word. And if you don't know the word can be used as a verb, as a noun, as an adjective, we may go wrong with it. Okay, so when we say downsize, downsize is a verb. Downsize means that, and it's not always about economy. We always relate this word to economy. No, you can say that my performance is downsizing, right? You can say that, and maybe that don't downsize your level. Never downsize your level. I'm telling you that you can leave everyone's company, but you cannot downsize your level of thinking, right? And I always give very realistic examples which I stick to. Let's go ahead with the next. Persuade, 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 Persuade. Persuade means to make someone agree, and it's a verb, to make someone agree. Okay, so it's very tough to persuade your parents. Neither you can befool them nor persuade them. It's very tough. You need to take permission from your parents and you always persuade them. Persuade. Persuade is to make someone agree. Yes. And maybe that, you're talking to one of your friends and you can say that, I am not speaking to persuade you. Your opinion is yours, mine is mine. So let's not persuade each other. It's not always very pivotal to persuade each other. Yes? Okay. Next word, sixth one, illicit. Illicit. In case you are liking the webinar, I want you to just go for the like button. That would encourage us. That's a choice. I don't want to impose it. Illicit, sixth one. Illicit. Illicit is something which is illegal. ILLICIT. Illicit. Illicit means something illegal. Something illegal. Illicit activities, right? Yes. Illicit could be anything, which is something which is illegal. Illicit decisions, it could be anything. It is mentioned in description, word by word, everything is mentioned. In case you miss anything, you have our official number, give us a call and get the folder again, in case you miss it. Longevity, the seventh word, longevity. 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 Longevity is lifespan, better lifespan. Longevity is a wonderful word. And whenever we talk about population, first word I like, demographic. Second word I like, longevity. Don't say that people are living more. It's not grammatically, it's not a wrong line, but can we say that life longevity? Can we say lifespan? Yes, right. Expectancy, life expectancy. You can use 2-3 words. Life expectancy is improving. Yes, right. And similarly, longevity. Longevity, right. Yes. Life longevity is at stake owing to unhealthy lifestyle we are into. Unhealthy lifestyle we are into. The eighth word is prodigal. Prodigal is a person who spends a lot of money. Prodigal, right? Yes. Prodigal buyers. Let's say you're talking about shopping. And how would you say that? Prodigal buyers, right? Next is primarily. Where to use it? your dictionaries are full, like of words, aren't they? Right? Yes, you have you have Google Learning also, but you can't learn all words. First, you should pay attention, pay heed to the words which you are supposed to use in your day-to-day life. Yes, right. So these, the list I'm going to discuss with you. It's like the I don't know, most common words we use in our day to day life, but we don't use these words. Instead, we go for our simple vocabulary collection. So let's go for primarily. Primarily is a it's a very formal word. Primarily, right? Yes, I am primarily a mother, not a teacher, right? Yes, maybe I think that in that case, I'm primarily, I would say, a feminist, then a teacher, something like that. Primarily, first of all, first and foremost, we use it. So instead of that, you can say primarily. It's a very formal word in speaking. Be in this practice of using this word. Yes. 10th one, prolific. Prolific. Prolific writer, wonderful writer. Prolific, experienced, right? Repulsive. Repulsive is, it has many meanings, right? Quick word, quick usage could be that repulsive could be disgusting. Repulsive could be negative word, pessimistic, right? Yes. And I think that I feel very repulsive. Let's say I want to make a line. I feel repulsive when criminals are not punished. Something like that. Oblivious. Oblivious is when you come in your old age. Sorry, you come in your old age, you become oblivious. Oblivious means that you tend to forget things. You tend to forget things. Oblivious, right? Dementia. It's a very formal word. Dementia. Old age people have dementia, but in more simplified manner version, we use oblivious. These days, I think I am also becoming oblivious. Right. Next, there are many words, right? But I'll be discussing some only. Punitive. Punitive is something related to punishment. My favorite word will be 14 in the list. You see, child rearing. When you say child rearing, don't say upbringing. Don't say upbringing. Or maybe when we bring up our children. Or the phrase I don't like is when we take care of our children. I think it doesn't give any meaning, no, does it? In case I want to say that child rearing, bringing up children, the whole process of bringing up children, taking care of them, of their education, socially, financially, this whole process is known as child rearing. REAR, child rearing, REAR, child rearing. Child rearing is that, the whole process of taking care of children. So I would say that child rearing in modern world should not be the only responsibility of mothers, right? Flimsy, that's, oh no, 15 one is equally important, can't miss to discuss this one. Encroachment. Encroachment. So when you confiscate some places, when you go for illegal, right, housing, illegal housing, that is also called encroachment. You see local vendors sitting right either sides of roads, and what they do that they sell things, right? What they have done, they have encroached the roads. They have encroached. And Rekha ji, our right, existing CM, what she's trying to do that to curb, CURB. She's trying to curb encroachment. Okay. Flimsy, 16 bar. Flimsy is useless. Whenever you want to replace the word useless, flimsy, 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 flimsy. Or the other option I've given you in the PDF, lame. Flimsy excuse. Flimsy excuse or lame excuse, right? Oh, so students, children, everybody, right, makes lame excuses. And if I want to be sarcastic, I would say that authorities sometimes make flimsy excuse, right? Yes, flimsy reason, flimsy excuse, right? Flimsy could be useless, means in any way it could be useless, right? Books, let's say that, right? I don't like to read flimsy books. Useless. 17th one is very formal, inclusive. Inclusive. In many essays, you can use this word. And inclusive means comprehensive, understandable. Education should be inclusive. Inclusive. The seminar I attended was very inclusive. Any time you want to appreciate that you understood, you really liked it, this was helpful, And this is for everybody, not for one part of generation, something like that. Inclusive, inclusive. And the second option, it is written comprehensive. Comprehensive, a very formal word. Lecture was very comprehensive. Your attitude, it could be anything which is very, very comprehensive. 18th, suppress. It's a verb. Write down, it's a verb. Whenever I say verb, first form, second form, third form, you should take care of that. Suppress is dominate. Whenever we want to replace the word dominate, we can use the word suppress. How can we use it? Ideas should not be suppressed, right? And every time the ruling government tries to suppress the rights of the opposite government, yes, or the opposition party. Suppress. In earlier times, women were suppressed. All right. Subjugate. 19 in my list. Subjugate. 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 Subjugate means also to dominate, to kill, to suppress. Same. There are two options. Subjugate. And noun will be subjugation. But what I'm talking about verb. Subjugating ideas. Subjugate one's feeling, right? Subjugate rights. And it could be anything. Subjugate the right level of education, right? Yes. So I think that subjugate means dominate. Anything, whenever you want to replace the word dominate, you can use subjugate. Congenital. This word is very useful. Congenital. And it's a very functional word, I would say that. Whenever you say that, congenital, right? Congenital is what? Congenital means something which is since birth. Something which is since birth. Let's say that people are blind, right? Congenital blindness. People have congenital. Anything you have since birth, that is what? Congenital. So maybe in case you have any deformity, any kind of deformity you have, that not proper nose, proper lips, any physical deformity you have, that shoulders, or maybe that you are dwarf, like short-heighted, any kind of physical deformity you have, that in that case, and you want to say that since birth it is there. Since birth it is there. So in that case, you will say it is congenital. What would you say? It is congenital. 21, cynical. The word is cynical. What is the meaning of cynical? Cynical means something very dubious, something you can suspect, something which is not very reliable, something which is not very reliable. Cynical. At this point of time, I am feeling cynical. I'm feeling very dubious. You need to frame a sentence in your mind that's cynical or pessimistic. Pessimistic means, oh, it's a wonderful word. Whenever you want to replace negative, just go for this word, pessimistic, and both are adjectives. Both are used to describe quality. Pessimistic. Having pessimistic attitude in life gives you nothing. Gives you nothing. Next is, I've already discussed, but I think I feel like framing one more line. Cynical. I think that when we say that we are very doubtful, something not sure, not reliable, think of a line. I'm taking a minute break. Cynical. Think. I want to see that how quickly you can think of a line. Okay, and drop a comment for this also. Cynical. I'm just telling you that. Make a list that where I really want to see some more optimistic comments, and this will really boost my morale that it was fruitful and you tried participating. Your participation is everything. And when I say cynical, okay, 1 minute is over. Let me give you one more example of cynical. I will say that the status of economies, the status of global economies, I would say, is very cynical. Recession, you see. Yes, right? It is at our threshold. It's approaching soon. Right. Next word is demean. Demean. D-E-M-E-A-N. Demean is a verb. It's a verb. Insulting somebody. You see, whenever you want to replace this word, insult, you can say demean, right? We have no right to demean the reputation of celebrities until they have done something very pessimistic, objectionable, profane. We have no right to demean their reputation. They are doing their jobs. 23, blatant. Blatant. Conspicuous. I think I like both the words. Very formal in use. These words are used. Blatant. It's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. It's a blatant Allegation. Blatant means very clear, very upfront, very clear. Blatant lie. Generally, we use it for negative statement. Blatant, blatant lies. It's a wonderful phrase. Blatant. It's a blatant allegation on this party, that party. You can say that, or you can see. You can use anywhere, right? Blatant, right? Yes. So conspicuous. It's a conspicuous move towards growth. Conspicuous, you should know. I'm breaking the word, going slow so that you should know the pronunciation also. 24, paradigm, it's not paradigm. Paradigm is also a noun, like it's a noun, it's not a verb. So when I say paradigm is the symbol, is the gesture, is the feel when you say that, right? I would say that when I talk about knowledge is, or knowledge, paradigm. I can use it this way, or I can say that when we talk about knowledge, right? Knowledge is a paradigm of success. Paradigm is sign, gesture, right? Exaggerate. I have used noun here, exaggeration, but you can use it as a verb, exaggerate. When you just the matter is 10%, when you explain 40%, right? Then you are exaggerating. Sometimes fight is this much. What people do that they exaggerate. They exaggerate. What media does, news is this much, they show this much. So what they do that as a verb, they exaggerate the news. They exaggerate the news. 25 in my list, in case you want to go for a spell check, everything. Exaggerate, right? Media exaggerates the news. Media exaggerates the news. Okay. 26, something which is very expensive. Very expensive. It's pricey. It's very pricey. I think this word is very handy, isn't it? You can use it, you think? Something which is very pricey. I think the bag. Oh, last time she came, right, in the party, and she was holding a pricey bag. Pricey bag, right? Be careful, it's very pricey. You may have pricey furniture, right? Yes, maybe that last week you bought something which was very pricey. So, in speaking, in writing, you can use this word. I'm telling you, until you practice these words are nothing. They will add nothing to your knowledge for sure. Okay, the last thing, exercise. We need to do some exercise, and I want to tell you the power of adjective also. Just give me a minute. So, let's say, example one, a book I stole. A book I stole dash was pricey. A book I stole dash was pricey. See, this way of writing and speaking is not wrong. But can I say a stolen book? Or in case you are pinpointing the stolen book, right? The stolen book or a stolen book was or is, depending on the tense, is very pricey. Why I need to say a book I stole? The book you stole is called stolen books. Yes, right? And maybe that sometimes we don't use people those who are disturbed, the disturbed class. We don't say people those who are disturbed, they look for entertainment. We always say the disturbed class. The disturbed class. I would just curve their make it more meaningful. Every time it's not people those who are disturbed, people those who do that. You need to have proper noun for it. So a book I stole is a stolen book. The glass I broke is a broken glass. Yes, and maybe that anything which I have already given is a given gesture. A given gesture. A given gesture was very pessimistic. I did not like it. A given gesture. A given. So you always use third form. See, first form, second form, third form. But here, if you notice, I am not using these words as third forms. Otherwise, third forms where they come after have. Here, I am using it as an adjective. Sometimes your adjectives are also used as third form. Given, broken, concerned. Where is the concerned person I would like to meet? Or I would like to meet a concerned person. I will not talk like that. Maybe I go to any institute and I'll talk like that. I would like to see the person who handles everything here. I would like to meet the person who handles everything here. I think it makes very less sense, right? Can I say oh, I'm looking for a concerned person. Concerned, ed. Similarly, given speeches. Given speeches are not always authentic. Given reports are not always authentic. Given reports which are given. So you don't have to say like that. Reports which are given. I can straight away say given reports, isn't it? Right. So this is what I want to talk about. Whenever you use vocabulary, you should know sometime direct adjectives can be used. So the glass which is broken is kept there. The glass which is broken is kept there. Can I say the broken glass is kept there? Can I straight away say that? The broken glass is kept there. More meaningful. Next is people who got exhausted sat separately. Exhausted people. I'm not saying people who got exhausted. Straight away, exhausted people sat there. Something sat separately. Yes, right. The fourth in my list is the material which has been used. The material which has been used must be discarded. Discard word, we know that must be discarded as early as possible. Can I say the used material? I think I'm not saying the material which has been used. Straight away say that. Or you can say discarded material. Discarded material should not be used. Discarded material should not be used. So you see, one is knowing vocabulary, and the other is how we use vocabulary. Most of you are not familiar to these aspects, and what we do is that any which way we feel like we need to talk. I like your confidence. I do appreciate, because this is a key to wonderful speaking. However, isn't it beautiful? We become, rest assured that words we are using, and we are moving towards a little advancement. Like every time we go, maybe you're driving a car, right? Yes, and you are fighting with somebody, and very instant aggression you have to show in English, right? How would you say? And then we fumble. We do fumble in that case. But I'm pretty sure if you are well versed with vocabulary, you will not fumble, and with your style and grace you will fight, isn't it? Right? Yes. So maybe that, may I request you to remove your car? First line, may I request you to remove your car? This is not your parking area. There is a parking lot behind this. May I request you to park your car there? Something like that. I don't want to see any kind of rift between us, isn't it? Something like that. You are a reckless driver, something like that. So I think that you become very quick with your vocabulary choice. And I always say vocabulary is treasure. Fine, this is something I wanted to deliver, and I hope you like the webinar. If you want to see some more, we will certainly arrange for you. But first, share your comments whether you liked it or you want us to improve. Have a great day ahead. Happy Sunday, everyone.